Oh, hey, how we doing? My name is AJ, your friendly neighborhood DM. We are Roll for Revelry. We're here to play some D&D. So excellent. We are going to start off to my left, and we're going to introduce your characters, and then tell us a little something about your character. Yeah, you guys never prepare for that.
Okay. I am Lindsay, and I am playing the character Orla Bitterfoot, who is a Frostbard gnome. And fun fact about Orla is that she feels like super attached to the Fae world. She's got like this weird, like deep connection to the Fae world.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think Orla knows that.
Okay. Cool.
I am Gina, and I'm playing Garnet Mingle, who is a rock gnome rogue, and she is allergic to eggs.
I feel like you guys have had eggs before as a breakfast.
Not Narnip. She just stuck to the oatmeal.
Pushes them to the side every
We've
time.
only had that oatmeal slop.
Yep.
Alright.
With a lot of sugar.
Tons.
We will let the internet correct you.
That's a dangerous idea. Right?
Yeah.
And she's just sleight of handed, so she doesn't offend anybody, and goes, "Whoa." Doesn't take the bite of eggs.
Sleight of hand.
Like Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite
Yes.
is vegan, but in every scene where he eats tons of steak, like the actor is vegan. But every time Uncle Rico eats steak, he'll always use a napkin or something. And dude should have won an Oscar, man.
I don't know about that.
He could throw an Oscar over the mountain, to tell you what. I'm Dan, playing Marxus, who is a homebrew tabaxi variant of a monk. Way of the Iron Kettle. It's just a way to say that he is on the plus side of things and uses the Constitution modifier instead of Dexterity modifier.
Cool. Awesome. And Bob.
Yeah, this is Bob. Today I'm playing the voice of Kata.
All right.
Momentarily. Kata is a Dragonborn, Ranger, Drake Warden hybrid. Fun fact about Kata is
Uh-oh.
he.
Good.
Oh man, I was not prepared for this. I did not do my homework. He secretly enjoys fine pastries.
Fine
Cannolis.
pastries.
And small sandwiches and such.
All right. Fine pastries and small cannolis. And such. Excellent. Marxus, do you mind telling us a fun fact about Marxus?
I was hoping that you wouldn't realize.
You said it out loud, so that was what triggered me
Well,
to realize.
that makes sense. Is anyone using Wi-Fi?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I am on my computer, but yeah.
Dropped a ton of frames. Yeah, Marxus, fun fact about him is that he also loves fine pastries because he's not allergic to eggs. But since that one was already taken, Marxus he doesn't know his parents. That's a joke because
Yeah, because you said it every year. Yeah, every year.
Marxus is... Period. He exists. He is. No, Marxus is a big fan of not tuna fish. He is a fan of the AJ. What's the second largest town in Cyrillus?
Second largest town?
Yeah, city.
Oh shit, dude. I don't know.
What?
You kind of put me on the spot here.
Just name
Get
a
it? 'Cause I
large
picked it on
town.
the spot every week.
God.
I guess any one of the anchors are equally as
He
large.
is,
So there's
his-
Bryn, DeGray, Keston.
He is a big fan of the Bryn Red Raiders, which is the sports ball team for Bryn.
All right, Bryn Red Raiders.
Football.
Indeed. So, what happened? It's been a couple weeks, so we're gonna help him out. But what happened last session? Yes.
We went
Orla.
to the Nudist Dudist to gather supplies, and Orla had purchased some really cool necklaces that had feathers on them.
Okay.
And we just like stacked up on some stuff before we went and headed out into the what's that dangerous area called?
Where you're at right
Yeah.
now, the Baffa Headlands.
Baffa Headlands. Yes. And then
we encountered some bullywugs. Is that what they were called? Pollywugs? Bullywugs.
Bullywugs.
I was a
Bullywugs.
pollywog.
You were.
With
But there was like initially a stone golem that we thought was like a creature, but then we were like ambushed.
Friggin' cats.
Tito,
I love
Peter,
Halloween.
what
I
is
love
he
Halloween.
biting?
You're just chewing on metal, dude.
frickin' cats.
He's been having some behavioral issues with the addition of his new brother.
I don't know what to throw at him. Everything I have is semi-precious. So,
Yep.
you guys, originally, did you mention the interrogation at the very beginning of last session?
Oh no, we interrogated the two like archers that were part of the something guild and
The Archer's Lodge.
the Archers Lodge.
You had it half right.
Hunters Guild.
and
It is.
they pretty much told us that their leader, the
Ulrich
Ulrich, that was not his lead. That was not
or Fabian.
Fabian.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ulrich's one of the shady fucks I have written down from Archer.
Yes.
I have shady fucks, Ulrich, and then Fabian kinda.
Yeah.
We
Fabian.
apologize for the cheeky language. Is what they say.
Cheeky.
Cheeky.
Cheeky language.
They have to click the adult thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So we interrogated them, and they pretty much said that Fabian was not doing a good job, and that Ulrich pretty much could do a better job.
All right. When you get a second, you want to hit that camera.
I agreed to disagree.
Sorry.
I don't agree to disagree. I just disagree. Squeak.
A little better. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. I'll need that for my eyeballs. Yeah. You guys interrogated Fabian's supposed assassin. Then you guys headed back, Nudist Dudist. We talked about you guys back into the swamp. You saw that gaunt figure, and you had the what's it called?
Yes.
Clairvoyance.
Yes.
And it kind of noticed you, and then it turned out to be just like a weird mud cake thing.
Which is weird that it noticed me.
Yeah, super strange things are afoot.
Super strange.
So
things.
you guys are currently on this large aggro crag-esque chunk of rock that has been deposited into the swamp by some means. And yeah, you are currently waking up for the day after a long rest. There is kind of this haze of middle ground between like dusk and dawn that you have a hard time realizing what time it is because it's so overcast. But you are currently dry on the rock, and it kind of juts up further and further, what looks to be a couple miles, and then just stops on the horizon.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up and eat some jerky. Ready for the
Yeah.
day.
Me too.
Joining in jerky, excellent.
Can I do a perception or investigation to see if I hear anything? Because I think we're climbing up, like coming from up yonder.
Yeah.
Do you want perception or
Perception.
investigation? Okay. $23. Or excuse me, 24.
You you notice that there is it's just like it's like mountainside. But there are no caves or inlets. It looks all relatively fresh in a strange way. And that just kind of moves up for a few miles and then it stops. There's no snow line or alpine zone like you would see in a normal mountain. You're from the hillsides, you understand that. And as you look out, you're kind of up on this higher rock and you can see out into the Bafa headlands. And it looks like it goes for tens of miles in most directions. I think the closest way you'd be, or closest area you could see, is the is that Drilla kind of cut out, and then you can see the beginning of what would be the coast.
Do we still see the smoke? A plume of smoke.
Yeah.
That's about 3 miles away. What direction is that?
Forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. It was in
I just wrote it down.
Nice.
yeah, you did. I believe it was southwest of you.
Southwest.
Somebody had.
Southwest.
Bob.
So do we want to make our way towards that smoke? Or the gray is north of us? Or
Should we try to see how long would it take for us to get on top of this mountain?
we can certainly find out.
Maybe we can see a little bit better path from there how to get to that smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna bound up this rock
Cool.
with some new level 9 monk aggressive nature.
Oh yeah, you could roll. We could roll for our level
Oh,
points.
I know. I didn't know if you heard me.
I did not. So if you guys wouldn't mind, real quick, rolling all of your hit die. Bob, I can roll for you if you'd like, or we can just have you roll when your video checks in. Here's a
You got some good dice. You can give it a roll.
cool.
1d8.
Mine,
Unless they're bad, then I don't want them.
Bob, you get +6 to your HP.
mine was automatically done.
Cool.
With at D&D Beyond.
No, I said
Dang.
it was a D10.
Dang. Is this a d8?
It's the one with 2 pyramids stacked on butt to butt. Yeah,
6.
6.
So I do that in here.
Yep. Go to manage levels. Oh. All right. So as you guys head up, there's this it resembles just sheetrock. It's not weathered. It's just kind of this smooth mountainside. I mean, there's craggy, angular aspects to it. It's not like buffed smooth, but it takes you probably better part of an hour or so before you guys can make your way to the top. And what you see is the top shoots straight down, and you add it to whatever that top number is.
Yep.
This.
Yep. To that the rolled HP.
Okay.
So yours is 45. It shoots straight down, and you can see over the cliff as it shoots down what looks to be that they're oriented on the base of the angle is buildings and ruins left over that are going out towards the horizon.
Can I do a perception check and see if there's any activity in these buildings?
My hit points went down to 27 with my roll dice. So
That's not good.
11.
11. You don't notice any activity. They don't seem to be occupied buildings. They just seem to be ruins that, if you took, let's say if you took a floating island and a piece of it fell off, you could surmise that that might be the case of this situation, that it fell, and it fell, instead of upright falling, it fell and it hit sideways. So there are buildings and structures that have been,
Moving, like falling down.
fallen horizontally.
Okay.
And as you look down, you can see that they're vacant. There seems to be occasionally some animals or like a birds, but you're also pretty high up.
And can we see? I know you said that the smoke was coming like north. Can we see a better, clear like view of that? Like, is it through trees? Is it?
It comes off from a area to the south. It was southwest, I said. The gray is to the north. That's what it said.
Oh, okay. So to the south, you said it's just coming up, but is it like? Can we see like a little bit more where it's coming from?
You can see where its origin is. It's probably. Let's see how far off it is. It's probably 60 miles off.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see that far from this high, but it's like far off. Now that you can see up there, it's probably not that far, but it's far enough off. Probably about 30 minutes. We'll say half that. Far enough for you to see from your vantage point, but it's
a ways away.
It's a ways away.
are there any sort of like technological devices amongst the ruins? Like any sort of
So you're
like,
currently like looking over the edge
yeah.
and looking down, and there's buildings that are shooting out that are
So
kind of
there's
are
silence.
leaning towards gravity, but you'd have to like get into the ruins. It seems to be a portion of a city
Okay.
that you're up.
So we'd
You're
have
up
to
miles, and it's shoot straight.
take a rope and like.
Rappel down.
Does there look like there's a clear path that we could like easily, or is it a?
You could jump like platformer style from building to building, probably. But it would certainly take some athletic or acrobatic skills.
Interesting. So do we want to look into these buildings, or do we want to head towards that smoke?
I
Buildings.
think we're here. We should look in the buildings.
Buildings.
Cool.
Then we can go down and go around, and then we can go back
Okay.
to the smoke.
Where's the nearest entry to this building?
Kata, are you good if we look in the buildings?
Yeah, I'm just glad that Marxist hasn't already jumped off this ledge phase.
Hey, character arc,
Growth.
development.
Growth and development.
Okay.
All right. So, for the sake of it, I think what we're gonna do is kind of plot out here what you guys are looking at. So, how do I do this?
Same way you teach an alligator to swim, AJ.
Is that-
Two hands.
Very carefully.
So imagine you guys are all like this.
I love that.
And you're kind of hopping down from place to place. The first step is probably about 15 feet.
Wow.
So you can probably, from the lip here, make your way down.
I'm gonna cast Alter Self first, but I want to make sure that like, because it gives me natural weapons. Could I like, instead of having weapons, make my like hands and feet change to be more like adept at like climbing,
What are the other options?
change appearance, or aquatic adaptation?
Okay, so it's like visually, or you grow claws, or you grow.
Or I grow gills.
So paint me like what animal are you looking to? Because I think I see it as like an animalistic change.
Like a mountain goat.
So you want hooves?
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Yes. So yes. So many yeses do you get to convert your hands and arms to hooves.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Is it just your feet to hooves? Do you like get a satyr thing going on?
Can I make my hands hooves too?
If you want, yeah, sure.
I was gonna call you Tumnus for a second.
right?
Never mind.
What?
Toughness.
Toughness, yeah. So yeah, you kind of morph your front hands, your front hands, and your back legs into she's just a gnome. She's not like a weird creature or anything. It's just me. Yeah, you morph into what you anamorph just your appendages.
Animorph.
Yep.
Cool.
Do you jump down, or I have an idea before you go.
What?
And I take out 100 feet of rope that I have. And is there like a place to secure the rope on like some type of anchor?
There is rock and a relatively sharp curve down until you are going perpendicular to the earth, to the Terra. This is not Earth because that's all.
Is there like a crack or anything that I could take like a bunch of arrows or a crowbar and like put it in there and make an anchor for this
Yeah.
rope?
Yeah, you can work that out.
I'm gonna do that, and
Does
then
anybody
I'm
have any
going
pitons?
to... What? Pitons?
Pitons?
That
Yes,
sounds
I
like
do.
a dirty word.
All right, there you go.
You have pitons?
I have 10 of them.
What?
What's a piton?
A piton is a rock climbing tool that you hammer into the rock side and then create anchors for your rope to gather.
Oh. How many do you have?
10.
Can I use them?
Well, do you want me to go down first and put them in, since I am like gonna be able to like climb more, and then you guys can come down and use them?
Well, my plan is to just jump off this cliff with this 100 feet of rope, and I can like slide vertically down surfaces now with like great ease. And I'm planning on just like sliding down this thing and then just like slamming in a bunch of them as I kind of go down the little deal there, if that makes sense. And like making like essentially a rope ladder, so that everyone can just kind of like go down real easy instead of trying to like bop around from platform to platform.
So, Marxus, I say this with all due respect.
Oh no.
I am not sold that you will have fast enough hands to be able to put in all of the pitons as quickly as you are going down the mountainside.
He's pretty dexterous.
Yeah,
Is he?
Yeah.
I was gonna use like
Cat.
my
I guess I'm just like, I'm remembering his like cartwheels.
I was gonna
It's
like
like a flashback moment.
I was gonna like flurry of blows while I'm going down and be like bop 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 bop.
Okay.
Darn it, what if you went down and put the pitons in, and then Marxus looped the rope through, and then I can...
Does that sound like an okay compromise to you?
Hey, where's this voice come? Oh,
Princess
it's
Bride
you,
whirl
Kata.
down.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't see you there. Yeah, we can make this work. We're all on the same side here. We can do great things. Let's do it.
Okay.
You can do it, guys.
Oh wait, but I have like hoops for hands. I don't have an opposable thumb.
You
I
can,
have
mean,
4
you
of
can
them.
undo it. You just burn a spell.
No. All right, you do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
You can do
So
it.
can I take those 10?
You'll have to get them out of my pack.
Like, oh, you're right. Hooves. I grabbed
Don't
them.
touch anything else in there. Don't touch any of my stuff aside from the pins.
But what if they're way at the bottom?
Don't touch my other stuff.
Just laughing.
Okay. And I focus really intently, and I pull out 10 pitons. it sounds like a dirty word.
I was told that it was not told, but from my experience, I was told. Not, I guess it was the pitons is what I was told.
Do you
Bob,
use a
you're an
peen to
outdoorsman.
put in pitons? A peen is a hammer.
Valpine hammer.
Yeah.
It is a hammer.
Take a dozen peens, please.
Oh shit.
Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna take the crowbar and wedge it in there, and then tie like the rope to it. And then I'm going to take the rope around my like thing here, like looped up, like 3 feet at a time, and I wanna pop down platform to platform with the rope, and then like anchor them into each platform with the pitons as we kind of go along. Bop,
So
bop, bop,
I'll say
bop.
you get down probably about 70 feet down before you run out of rope
with the zigzag.
with the zigzag action. But it makes it fairly easy for you guys to zip line whatever items you need to hold on to from station to station.
When I get down to the 70-foot mark, I'm gonna reach onto my robe and pull off a patch. I was like, what word am I looking for? That has 50 feet of rope on it, and I'm gonna square knot them together. Excuse me. And continue down the other two.
So 50 feet, we'll say we'll get you the half of that, so another 35 feet. So you guys are 105 feet down from the cliff's edge.
As I'm going down, do I notice anything? Like, are there any like windows into these buildings or anything that like?
There aren't windows anymore. There may have been at some point. There seems to be a lot of vegetation that has grown over them. There is all of them seem to have collapsed at a certain breaking point. And you're looking at probably 20 feet max sticking out of the rock of building left.
Okay.
Occasionally, that varies. It's not all, definite. But as you make your way down, you see that kind of the nature and the swamp around has kind of taken over the area. You guys are still a fair amount of way down, but as you get further and closer down, you notice that there is a fog that covers the base, and you can't quite see where the bottom of floor might be.
I'm gonna take an arrow out of my pack and throw the arrow off the edge,
Okay.
and listen for like a ping, and then try and be like
Make a
figure
perception
out-
check.
figure out how far away it is. That's not super great. Well, 12.
You think you hear something after some time, there's wildlife still around. There's in this early afternoon time frame, there is the swamp and jungle, so to speak, has come to life. So it's a little hard to differentiate between what is a natural sound and what is the sound that you made.
Okay.
You would reckon that, and I'm just going to do the math for you because I don't know the math and I don't want somebody else to tell me how the math works. So you would reckon that there is probably another, you guys walked up a few miles. You're going to go down. So math tells us that this could be less than a few miles.
Boy, I
I'd
sure
say-
hope so.
I would say you guys are probably about strangely 500 feet up.
Okay. And we went through 105 feet, or we have another 500 feet to go.
You have another 500 feet to go based off of your sound drop. And, of course, you did the mental computation of 10.2 meters cubed as the acceleration rate. And
Okay.
I know it's 9 point something else here, but this is Earth.
Yeah, 9.8 meters per second squared.
Sure.
I don't know if that's right. Sounded right.
No, I think 9.8 is correct.
So then can we take the rope off as we like go along, and then like we can just like kind of like with the rope?
Yeah.
You're down at the bottom.
I yell this up to the top.
All right. As you shout, there's a flush of birds that belonged in some, well, not belong, but were living in some building, and they flush out, and you can kind of hear an echo of your voice as you shout back up.
Nothing ominous there. I'm gonna continue shouting.
Okay.
Huh?
I'll cast Mage Hand and it'll like take the rope out as we're like
Nice.
going down. Okay. And like feed it.
Cool.
So that we have more length.
Yeah.
Definitely cool.
Okay.
Will it also pull the pitons?
Yes.
Pizza.
Because she has a thumb and is able to do that.
Your mage hand.
Yeah.
Are you staying as like a goat for the foreseeable future?
For an hour, so I can like climb down. Because I'm not athletic, so like I want to take all precautions so I don't fall down this mountain.
I will say, given your form, I'm not going to make you roll for that right now.
Okay.
But if you are to turn back into something else.
Make sure your mage hand grabs my crowbar. I like that crowbar.
Okay.
Kata and Orla, what are you doing to get down?
I'm gonna use the rope.
Yep, right behind her there. Also getting
Feet on the wall. Just
Make a athletics check for me.
use the rope.
let's see what this is. Oh, God. 18. Plus 0.
Plus 0.
So 18.
All right. Katie, you want to roll a athletics check for me?
How was my acrobatics plus 6? My athletics is
That
plus
was
0.
9. Plus 8 is 17.
Cool.
You're
You guys are able to make yourselves get yourselves down there with some ease. You know, occasionally a footing slips or something like that, but you're able to catch yourselves, and you guys are currently 105 feet from the apex of this wall / city.
But do we stop, like, at any of these buildings?
Would you like to?
Yeah. I know that was something you wanted to do. Too.
Yeah, I'm just like down at the bottom, just like setting up the way, and then I can like scurry up quick if like they see something that we like.
Remote here.
What buildings are you? Is there a specific
check
building?
out.
I'm just kind of like peering in like the openings to see if there are any sort of like technological devices that I can see or I can like shine in any of them.
No, I guess that doesn't really help the way I wanted it to. They're like old school Marioing down. All right, so you're looking for technical devices specifically?
Yeah, technological or yeah, I wouldn't know if anything's magical or
Roll an investigation check with advantage because of its technological.
Ooh, Tito.
23. 23.
Cool.
Well, the other one was an 8, so we're gonna go with the 19.
Oh, I thought you were going like 23.
No.
Same.
All right, so you find in the first building there is it's like a weird building in terms of looking at it right away. Like you get in and you kind of step into the window and land on a wall. And as you're on a wall, you look around and it seems to be some kind of gambling house. There are occasionally a few chips that look silver or platinum in color. They resemble chips. They have a D on them, like punched through. And there are a handful of them laying about. Certain ones have different tick marks, like scratched into the side of it, maybe to, infer that there are different increments. There are large tables on the walls, on what would now be the walls, kind of anchored in. Some of them have collapsed and fallen in. It looks like it resembles some kind of casino of sorts, or gambling hall, or games house.
Does the D look familiar at all?
Make a
He
history check.
just looked at me like,
As soon as it came out, I was like, oh. 18.
It does not resemble anything. It's not that. But it's not that D. It's another D. You would recognize it as the degree symbol.
Oh, okay.
You checked out this building? I'm gonna shimmy down while she's still looking. Do I have to make another check?
No, you are. I'll let you make an acrobatics check this time.
Just pretend that I
Because I would imagine you're like zip lining
yeah.
from one to the other, because it's just a piton to piton kind of.
Yeah.
Why is he so
P-Town to
much
P-Town and a bunch of D's.
So I'll do acrobatics.
good? A natural 1.
For a 7.
Make a sleight of hand check.
16.
You slip and fall, and you are able to catch the next rope down on a whim, and you fall hard on the next building, taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
40. Ouch.
I'm gonna investigate the building that I'm on.
I'm gonna say,
Make sure to come down.
I'm okay.
Is it investigation or perception?
Investigation if you're looking for something specific. That's the
9.
way I play. You seem to have come into somebody's home.
Oh.
Seems strange. It's a little bit smaller of a building. It doesn't really position itself far away from the wall. You jump down and land on a wall, and it seems to be there's a disheveled amount of belongings that would not have been anchored down that are now on the what is now floor.
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, I thought you jumped down. That's what.
Oh, I thought like they were like roofs that we were like looking at.
You're looking in what would be windows,
Ah,
because all of the buildings
Sideways.
are sideways.
gotcha. Okay. My fault.
If I'm not telling that right, you guys are jumping. You guys are like going from place to place here, and all these buildings are sticking out of the wall of the mountain,
Yeah.
basically.
So they're like mini balconies that we're looking
Yes.
through like, the windows of.
Yeah.
So the investigation was like looking through that window.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna go inside the house and like
Cool. And like,
shimmy around and see if I
Shimmy
can
around.
find a bunch of cool things.
Sure. Is there anything in specifically you're looking for?
I'm looking for patches.
Okay.
And I'm looking for, judging by what my compatriots had talked about, maybe looking for some technology of some sort.
Okay.
And maybe some more rope. I didn't look at it. 'cause
I know.
I don't know if you want me to like do another roll or what.
I want you to look at it now.
Damn it! How did you see that? Are you an eagle?
I just saw less.
Oh, you saw one digit.
Yeah, I just saw one digit.
5.
5.
Jamie
Is that a
Oliver
natural one?
style. No, it's a natural 5.
Okay. Okay. You could probably fashion together few sheets for 10 foot of rope.
I feel like that's not worth the effort. I will take one of the sheets, though.
Sure. It's
We'll
yours.
Stick that, fold it up,
It's a little tattered,
put it in my pack.
a little dirty.
Kind of.
Kinda old.
Did you want to finish looking in the building that you were at?
I think I did. I'm gonna take one of the chips and put it in my pocket.
Cool. Grab a chip.
Yeah.
Do I see Marxist grab this sheet?
Hang on.
1 second, Bob.
Sorry, Bob, what was that?
Do I see you grab the sheet? Do I see Marxist grab the sheet?
Did you make your way down all the way?
Yes.
Turn the volume up even on the stream. It doesn't match ours.
Right.
I don't know. I just did my one check.
If you made your way down all the way towards Marxus,
Yeah.
then you could have seen him at least jump in.
Not grab a sheet.
You'd have to tell me that you're going down to grab the sheet.
What'd you find in there?
But I found some sheets and just a bunch of crap, like an old abandoned house. Just a bunch of kind of nothings. But I don't know. I feel like I got distracted by the sheet. So if anyone else wanted to look around, you might find something. I don't know. I didn't find anything cool.
What's the thread count on those sheets?
What was that?
What's the thread count of the sheets?
Oh, the thread count. It's got a few.
At least one.
It's a hay.
Do they look sturdy enough to use as parachutes?
Make a survival check. Kata, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not good at survival, so definitely.
That'd be dirty 20.
All right. Have you ever used a parachute before?
No, I've just seen him in the military.
Okay, so your wyvern riders, would have used them.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of technological advances for y'all. All right, so you are We'll go ahead and say you could fashion one or two out of those. I don't know how well they would work. You have never made these things before. You've never used these things before, but you understand that it's probably a relatively, small thread count, and these are kind of nice sheets. Actually, now that you look at them, you're like, what is that, silk?
For upper class.
Yeah, everything does seem to be very upper class.
Wealthy people owned them. I'm going to, while I'm falling over, just peer in there, and I'm looking for gemstones or gemstones
Around you or in the building that you're
in the building that I'm
Sure. Make an investigation
already
check.
fallen on.
Doesn't appear to be any gemstones in the home that you are peeking into.
See anything shiny?
There is a 4-post bed. Seems to be made of, could be gold, could be brass, could be copper, something shiny.
Does it have sheets on the bed?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
They're not 100% either, though. They're sheets that have been around for a while and torn up.
So we probably should
Probably
use
some holes in
them as a flotation device.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Should we do
Just
the mage hand thing and then
get
do
out.
the next deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's safer.
You're gonna yank on them pitons?
Yep. I command Marjorie to pull out the pitons and throw the rope down.
Marjorie Mage Hand.
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Marge the mage.
So you
Large
gather
large.
your rope and your pitons, and
Mage
you
marks.
repeat.
Yeah.
Is there anything specifically you guys are looking for?
Technological devices.
Good folk.
Hatches and ropes.
Make an investigation check. If anybody's looking for something, and then tell me what you're looking for specifically.
Where?
If you're going down for the next 100 feet, so we're not going to cover each.
8
Gemstones.
21.
ropes and valuables. 8.
8.
You said these were wealthy people, so I'm looking for. What
Yeah.
kind of like rock that looks like it holds some kind of power?
Like a geode.
Sure.
You find a number of small gems in the next 100 feet as you check here and there, and you these gems are probably worth. I'd say you find. Let's see how many you found. You find 4 gemstones that are probably worth about 10 gold each.
Nice.
You don't find any rope with your 9.
Damn.
You occasionally find some small trinkets, some baubles, some shiny things, but nothing that looks of particular value.
All right.
You do find a ivory piece of a chess set.
Cool. What piece is it?
It looks to be a queen,
I'm gonna keep that.
and it's a very ornate-looking design. Looks like it was probably hand-carved from ivory or bone.
Cool. I think I got the winner of the day so
You were
far.
looking for technological devices.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be anything that's trinkety, like you have been, or not trinkety, tinkery, like you've been familiar with, or anything along those lines.
Okay.
As you guys, Kata, are you looking for anything specifically as you go down the next 100 feet?
Yeah, with fork.
One more time.
Team, dwellers of this area would be. You guys hear that?
No, one more time for me. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled a 14. So I'm looking for, as boat folk,
We're gonna
I'm
get
looking for the mountain dwelling goat folk.
You're looking for what? I'm sorry. There's things going on here.
Goat folk?
Goat folk.
Goat folk. Ah,
That's what I and the people that live here to be.
Okay.
clever.
Yeah. You don't see much on your way down, despite clever goat folk. I like that though.
That's good. Ah.
So you guys make your way down for the next 100 feet, and repeat. We'll repeat this if you guys want to. Just
Rinse, reuse, repeat.
Yeah. After some time, if you guys want to roll one more, well, I'll give you guys a check, and we'll just kind of base. If you're looking for anything in particular.
6 for tech devices.
I'm gonna look for heirlooms. 19 plus 4 for a 23.
You see you find a series of 3 rings that are intertwined. They're interlinked with each other. That have names carved on the inside. They
Ooh.
don't seem to be of any interest to you, but it would probably be something that fetches you, I'd say 10 gold. Are you looking for anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for valuables and rope. Another 8.
Another small random trinket, which will be It's a mirror, silver around, probably worth about 10 silver.
I'm keeping that. I like. Now I have the winner of the day. Look at this handsome devil, and I clearly just looking at myself in the mirror.
It takes you guys. Kate, are you looking for anything on the next 100 or 2 or 3 or whatever?
Yeah, I rolled 18. I'm still just looking for signs of life or whoever would live here.
I mean, there's plenty of signs that people did live here.
Yeah.
There's nothing recent. There's nothing that shows that there probably is,
Yeah.
anything now.
Fair.
Awesome.
So as you guys make your way down, you eventually hit the fog that was below, and you find that there's probably one large building that has been embedded partially into the earth as you touch ground, and the fog is thick and about 5 feet tall. You guys can see maybe 15 feet in front of you.
All right. Should we stick closer together?
Yeah, where's that rope? Everybody's hand on the rope. I'll do a little. Did you have to do that when you were in gnome school? Everybody held the rope and
Yeah.
walked together.
We did.
Let's do that so we stick together.
All right.
Real quick, out of game, sorry. I don't know if you guys are having internet issues, but the Twitch stream keeps going down. And
Yes.
It keeps freezing on me.
Yeah. Actually, now that we touch ground, we're gonna take a quick break. Are you good at where you're at right now, Bob?
Yeah, I'm already back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have Bob join us in visual, and we'll be right back here in about 5-10 minutes tops.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I thought it was just me and on my way home in the car with unstable connection, but I got back and I just ran a speed test and I'm like, all right, something's going on here. Dan, what's your router situation at your house? You got a dope ass router? I got a spare one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you change your mind and it's helpful, let me know. I got it. It's just sitting in a box in the that's nothing. Can you log into your interface and see like your connected device usage? Oh, are you on your computer or are you on your router interface? I don't know what yours is, but like the 192.8.1.0 or whatever it is. I just now realized that Dan and Gene are sitting next to each other. Who changed seats? How are you guys configured? Did it drain out all right? It was fine. It was just from heavy rain. Damn. Yeah. Gross. Well, that's a bummer. Pretty good so far. Yeah. We recovered on Sunday pretty well and had a nice little time on Monday. We went on a housing tour while we finished off one of the kegs. We were looking at our fantasy houses on Grosse Pointe from the water side. Yeah, Lindsay and AJ came with us, and we just like cruised up the coast, and we were like, "Ugh, that house. I don't like the modern style of that $10 million house." As we drank keg beer. Yeah, as we drank keg beer on the $5,000 pontoon. Yeah, yeah. So, and then I worked the rest of the week, so I basically took Friday off. Elise on Thursday had their 1 year anniversary.
Let's get back to it.
All
right. Thank you for bearing with us. We had some technical difficulties, and then we were talking about our boat. Well, not our boat, but Bob's boat.
I mean, we are the Boatfolk.
It's true. It's true. Excellent. So you guys were able to scale down this cityscape that has been tilted on its side, perpendicular to the Earth's floor. And you found some trinkets and things along the way. You've kind of found out that it was a fancier, kind of upper scale neighborhood that was built it on its side, deteriorated and ruined. And as you hit the floor, you found a fog about 5 feet tall, and all around you is this kind of lightly obscuring fog. It's not terrible. I'd say actually you could probably see like half of your normal distance or dark vision or whatever. So you're like 30 feet out. You can see in front of you. But after that, perception checks would be at disadvantage. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
What if it was a perception check for hearing?
Yeah, you can hear through fog.
Can I do a perception check listening for any sounds that I recognize?
Yeah.
14.
You hear. It's actually very quiet.
Too quiet?
A little too quiet. Occasionally there's like the scurrying of an animal or like some birds. But no. Just regular birds. But yeah, it's a little quiet.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm going to summon Beast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. I'll look around. Is there anything I can see that I can? You know when like you're on a jungle gym as a kid and you like hang your knees on the bar to hang upside down?
Yeah.
Is there anything like that I can see that I could possibly do that with?
A branch?
Yeah,
Sure.
so if I had a big old sturdy branch.
There's
right?
sturdy branches. The trees are like that are around you are like hard and thick.
Yeah. So I get up in the branch, hang by the back of my dragon knees, and reach down into the ground, pick up some gravel dirt, and then ice mist it as I summon forth a bat beast.
And you don't, just to clarify, you don't turn into the bat beast?
Nope.
You're just also upside down.
Yeah,
Okay.
to get in the spirit of things.
Oh, okay, that's what. Alright. Just making sure.
Frickin' bats.
And then I send the bat out to do some reconnaissance.
Cool. What are bat stats?
They are bestial spirit stat block.
Alright, make a perception check for bestial spirit.
So yeah. Okay, you guys are back. Cool. You said perception?
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, a nat 20
Alright.
for 24.
Cool. So, this bat takes off, sees some stuff, comes back. Can you talk to the bat since you summoned it?
Yeah, because I can speak with
Animals.
Okay. So you kind of chat with the bat and bat chat. And he goes, So I did what you told me. I went out there, and mostly what I saw was a bunch of fog. But then I echolocated, did some bat stuff, and I was able to find out that it's pretty dense around here. There's a lot of vegetation and a lot of things around, and it's very dense. I didn't see any other animals though. There doesn't seem to be anything around. Thought I heard something moving, something real big, but it was probably about a mile off or so.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Pat. Just hang around till I need you.
Yeah. How long do they hang out?
They last for 1 hour.
1 hour. So you get a bat for the next 40 minutes.
I relay all this information to the group here.
Cool.
So
Frickin' bats.
freaking bats. Yeah, he says it seems pretty safe though. Just really dense, really foggy, and maybe one real big thing about a mile away.
Ooh. Wonder how far my clairvoyance can go. Let's see.
Wait, so like
1 mile.
Yeah.
Guys, I should cast my clairvoyance. Should I do it with sight? Should I do it with sound?
I can send the bat with your clairvoyance. So pick one, and the bat can do the other.
I think sound, because the sight, it's just going to pick up fog.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast clairvoyance. And I'm gonna use it for sound.
Cool.
I'm gonna go a mile away.
In what direction? Whatever the direction the bat said the thing was?
Yeah.
Alright. So
Let me send the bat with you.
Okay.
so as you
Sorry.
go... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I nudge Oki to make him light a little ember, and then I shadow puppet a bat symbol.
Alright. So your bat knows when to be called to action and perches on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you kind of tell him to follow, to go, and...
I tell him to go directly to where the big thing might be.
Okay. And how are you following the bat?
Orb follows it.
Okay. But the orb can't see the bat because it's in hearing mode. Can you switch between hearing and seeing? Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says on my turn, so it's like when
Okay,
it's...
cool.
Yes.
So you go to follow the bat, and you kind of, like, the bat is, like, weaving in and out of this dense brush, and it kind of, the orb follows suit. It's kind of, like, almost like a ride, as you're kind of, like, in this meditative, eyes rolled back, trance of sorts. And over the next 10 minutes, it takes you in the bat a mile. And as the bat gets closer and closer to the this where it saw this big thing, kind of stops and starts to flutter around. Are you still in visual mode or are you on hearing mode?
I'm gonna switch to hearing.
Okay. So now that you can hear the bat, you can hear the bat's wings, and it doesn't take long, but then eventually you hear large breathing.
Does it sound human?
And you hear a voice speaking to itself. A tasty treat. And you hear a bat squeak and snap.
Did Macho Man Randy Savage just eat a
Jesus,
bat?
guys. It's a moment.
That wasn't.
I'm going to go down just a tiny bit further and switch to visual.
What do you mean going down? You're just going to where you heard the
Where
sound?
I heard the sound, yeah.
So you travel, what, another 5 feet? 10 feet? 20? Whatever?
Wherever it is, yes.
I mean, but you don't know where it is, so I'm asking you where you think.
5 feet.
5 feet.
10 feet.
5 feet, and you switch to visual, and you see a large body of black scales moving past your orb, and you realize you are just under a wing of a black dragon almost touching it. As it's slowly and almost quietly moving through the swamp.
I am going to snap back too.
Reality.
Yes.
Oh, there goes Greg.
Oh, there goes Black Dragon.
And I'm going to tell the group. So I have bad news and I have more bad news. So there, Kata, your bat is dead. And then it was eaten by a black dragon. There's a black dragon down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Kid,
How big was this black dragon?
Make a perception check.
No limits.
Stop.
Perception 17.
Cool. You were... How big is the orb? Probably... Yay.
Yeah.
You were up against its side shoulder and belly and hind leg and tail, right underneath a wing that overarched. Its shoulder height is probably about 7 feet. It's a pretty big dragon.
It's big. It was big.
For the sake of D&D terms, it would be huge.
Huge.
So we just like climb back up the mountain, right?
that'll take forever for everybody else except me. But, Kata,
Yeah.
Kata,
Yeah.
Kata,
Yes.
tell us everything you know about black dragons. Is there anything that, like, useful? Or, like, can we, like, chat with it? Can we, like, be friends? Can we kill it and wear it as a skin? What's all, like, does it have claws?
Roll a history check real quick for me. Not you.
Sir,
Kata.
Oh, never mind. I know about black dragons.
I know they have claws.
History. I know so much. 13.
Alright. Roll again with an advantage because it's about dragons. You are one.
Hey. 19.
19.
Hey!
So I'm going to say some things, and then I'm going to let you fill in whatever you would like.
Cool.
Black dragons
True.
traditionally live in swamps or ruined cities. They tend to be a level of cruel to their prey, and they, however, if like challenged by something stronger than them, they tend to kind of scoot out of there. There's a level of cowardice amongst them. Black dragons, much like all dragons, are intelligent in some sense. They can speak, they can be spoken to, they have charisma scores and intelligence scores and wisdom scores similar to all of you. So they can be bargained with, they can be conversed with, they can cast spells, some of them. There are also, you would know this, Kata, that there's regional effects to some dragons and where they live. And this may be a reason behind the fog and the dense brush.
AJ, real quick, go back to they can cast spells and carry on from there because our viewers won't have heard the rest of that.
Okay, so they can cast spells, and from I talked about cruel and that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
All right, cool. And then additionally, the fog might be a reason. No, am I saying that right? No, a fog might be a condition of the black dragon's lair, as well as the dense brush. But yeah, they are. I said that they can be reasoned with. They have intelligence scores similar to all of you, wisdom scores, charisma scores, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they do have claws.
Yes.
Oh, good.
And then Bob, if you would like to fill in anything else as far as dragon lore, and I know a few things that you will fill in.
Yeah. 2.5 weeks ago, I believe we decided black dragons were of the like spycraft lineage.
In your culture of dragonborn, correct?
Yeah. So we know this is a male dragon, that's for sure, because it's black and not the chromatic.
It's chromatic.
It is chromatic. It's not metallic.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
It did have enormous wings that you were underneath, which makes it.
Pretty.
It makes it doesn't make sense to you, Bob.
Say that again.
It has wings.
Because not only females have wings.
Correct.
Well, do I know the conversation we had?
I would imagine that those wings are different.
Okay.
The speed wings and like movement wings that drakes can have.
Yeah.
This, as Orla described it, would have been a full spread, massive wing for flight.
Okay, yeah, so this is a very confusing dragon. I mean, our options, I feel like, are going to be either tangle with this thing, or, they're not. I don't really know about this one specifically, because it's kind of an anomaly with its giant wing spread, but we could probably try and either cut some sort of deal, or barter, or trade with this dragon. But we could roll the dice on it and see if potentially we could join them to our kind of cause here. But we would ultimately really need to be prepared to fight at any point, because it could try and probably succeed at really fucking us.
Kata, do all dragons like jerky?
I had never had jerky until I left my homeland. I would imagine. I mean, who doesn't like jerky?
True.
Just in general.
It's great.
But if you describe this dragon correctly, this is a big dragon. I don't know if we have enough jerky to give you a starting point.
True.
As a huge dragon, you would imagine that it's not an ancient dragon, but an adult.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me, because if it was it's got wings like it's a female dragon, but you would then expect lots of other drakes to be all around this area, and not only did the bat not pick up on anything else, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of activity here. It would make more sense if it was like a lone male dragon, like unsuccessful breeding pair, but the wingspan doesn't fit. So this one kind of I don't really know what we're looking at here. I do know it's going to be really hard to sneak up on it.
I wonder if it's a magic dragon.
I would guess yes.
Such a good ball.
Should we hide from it, or like call out to it and let it know where we are?
Should we try to sneak past it, and if it sees us, be like, "Oh hey, didn't see you there, dragon."
No, if we're gonna confront it, I feel like we should confront it, because if we try and sneak past and we get caught, I mean, a big dragon like that, it's been around long enough, it probably knows some pretty powerful magic, and the last thing you want to do is end up in some kind of spell trap spiral.
Well, with its dense fog, I'm sure it necessarily can't see through it either. Maybe it can, I don't know. Maybe you could try doing thaumaturgy and use like booming voice to make yourself sound bigger and scare it away.
What is our goal here? Do we want to?
I don't know.
I think we should try and recruit it as an ally. So far, we don't have any allies yet for this, uprising against.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, that's good. And then also, right? Aren't they at war like in your place?
Yeah, they're at war with my people. So he's not gonna like me immediately.
Oh.
Do you like him? Are you gonna be okay if we try and recruit him as an ally, or?
Recruit him to stop the war.
I don't care much. I was a bargaining chip in their war, so I'm not too heavily invested in the outcome.
Dragons like shiny things.
Don't they like gold?
There's a hoarder mentality amongst a lot of dragons.
We can see if all the things that we found you would be willing to have.
So what would you want me to yell at this dragon? Something like, show yourself, or...
Should we, not confront it? Because I feel like if we confront it, then it's gonna, be in attack mode, and maybe we should, more have, an open invitation,
Yeah, I can yell whatever you guys want.
Dragon, I know you're down there. I would like to speak to you.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
with
what you sound like. Oh, that's what Kina sounds like. That was good.
Well, my performance is at, plus 14 now, so...
Okay, just, again, to be clear, this is probably a bad dragon, and, we can try and do this bartering thing, but we should be ready to run away very fast and or fight for our lives.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I cast Thaumaturgy. And I yell, Dragon, I know you're down there. We would like to talk to you. And I bite my tongue really hard not to yell anything else.
What are you guys doing right now? What's this? The dragon's not going to respond immediately.
Yeah.
It can't. It's not going to shout back at you.
So are we still on these buildings? Fuck you, Kyle. Sorry.
No, I believe
What's
you guys
your
are on the
name?
ground.
Ezekiel.
We're what? We're on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for, places I can hide.
Same.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Hide.
Yeah, that's a good plan. You guys should all hide. I'm gonna yell again. Come to the light, and then I'm gonna nudge Oki and have him rip a big fire blaze straight up into the air.
Cool. Roll stealth checks.
Oh, boy.
12.
If you're trying to be stealthy, roll stealth checks. If you're not,
No, I'm just checking myself out in my sweet mirror. Literally, that's what I pictured was like.
yeah. Yow. So, after some time, you see a black shroud erupt from the canopy. And streaks of green muck and algae and tree and vegetation kind of are falling from this dragon that has taken flight. And not before long, you see it land in a clearing, probably 60, 70 feet away from you guys.
I'm gonna put my mirror away.
I see him.
Do I notice? Can I tell what is going on with this winged chromatic dragon?
Make a perception check. And what are you trying to perceive? What do you mean, like, what's going on?
Like it. Kata's brain is broken because it's a winged chromatic dragon.
Yeah, I'm aware. I get
So-
it. I know what I'm doing as AJ.
Yeah. So I guess he's trying to figure out like, is this some sort of like anomaly? Is it like something he's like his sample size is pretty small, right? Like he grew up with the red dragons, and then he knows of dragons through there and like some dragonborn teachings.
Yeah.
Is this more common occurrence that he's come to know? Is this some kind of like super powered extra magical dragon? Like he's just trying to wrap his head around what's going on.
Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Cool. So, oh, that tree's falling.
Bush.
That tree's falling over. Throw that there. Throw some of this here. A little schmutz there. And there we go. So, I guess you guys gotta cross somehow, so we'll do that. So, you are currently about 70 feet away, and what was your roll? I'm sorry?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
It's strange because it just appears to be a black dragon with significantly larger wings and is able to fly. You're right. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. There's a poor comprehend. Like it just doesn't make sense. Why would this be a thing?
It does not make sense.
Does not compute. And
So
with
tell
a
me
dirty
about-
20, that's all I got.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell out to this dragon in
It's a thing.
and say, I am Kata. This is Oki. And then Orlin and Narn, you guys are hiding.
Yeah.
Trying.
And Marxus, you're just standing there.
Yeah, I put my mirror away and I'm just kind of like in awe of the whole situation.
Are you stepping over into the clearing?
Me?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you guys are currently like here, and there's a clearing that you can get through over here.
Yeah.
All right, so you and Kata, or nope, whichever one you guys are gonna step over. Where are you at?
I'm gonna sneak up around on top of this rock, and then just gonna like peer through the tree, try and like be hidden.
Saw what's going on. And you were like,
So
Like,
you hear from the shadows and between the fog. I'm sorry, I was too busy setting up. You said, I am Kata, this is Oki. What else did you say?
We mean no harm.
You hear from the fog, you hear, harm? What are you doing here? If you mean no harm.
We are travelers passing through and came to learn of your existence here. And that's where we're at right now.
What travels bring you here?
We are recruiting individual to our cause.
Are you a trick? Are you another trick? And you see a burst of acid shoot out as a threat from one of the trees behind.
The tree shoots the acid or the dragon shoots the acid?
You can't see the dragon.
Okay.
He rolled a higher than your perception as far as stealth goes. But you just see outside of behind of one of the trees a snort of acid, which is the element for a black dragon.
So we both take a step forward, and I say, a trick? What do you mean? And we split the distance, equidistance on either side of where we saw the acid, and just non-discriminately shoot fire and ice into the air both ways.
All right. So you guys fire and ice, and is it the threat, or are you guys straight up using your breath weapon?
No, this is like a response
Okay.
to hit acid.
You are not tricks. You're not tricks. Why are you here?
Yeah, I literally just told you that.
You. Well. Fine. And you see a black dragon approach from the woods behind you.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my god. Like,
and as he steps from, you can see this spiked tail dripping in acid dripping from his mouth, and two long curled horns that fold back, these large black wings that have this strange corrosion to them. And as it kind of is pacing back and forth in front of you, it says, well, you have my attention, but if you are tricks, you will not be for long.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do you have a name, dragon? What do you go by?
My name is Sorinth, Kada, and Oki.
Okay, Soren. You've made it very clear you don't like tricks, and I don't want to have you think we are trying to trick you. So in full disclosure, it is not just Oki and I, but we took some precaution seeing as you already ate from our bat friend. I have 3 other travelers with me just behind a clearing so that you know they are there and we are not trying to trick you.
I'm gonna pop out at this point and just kind of come down and say, hello.
Big Samabnoat.
And I wave to the other 2 of you to come forward as well.
okay.
Go
Very trepidatiously move forward.
Wow, you're big and beautiful.
So they know not of dragon and dragonborn culture. So pay little attention to them.
Why are you so far from home?
We are again recruiting. There is a this might tickle your fancy actually. There's a group of individuals, our enemies, who are trying to bring forth or unleash the power of Tiamat on this world for their own personal gain. Something of an entrapment or a misuse of Tiamat's power. And while you very clearly know I'm no fan of Tiamat, I thought you might like to know that our enemy will be your.
I despise I cannot. You must be Trix. And
Nope.
he kind of turns and like goes to walk away.
What do you need us to do to prove we're not tricks?
I've only eaten a trick and have it dissolve in my mouth in a puff of smoke. She plays tricks on me.
Oh, who's she?
Despise it.
Who's she? We could just like help you out with her. Sounds like we help you out with her. Yeah.
They have trapped me here, and she torments me.
No. It's so sad.
I chuckle a little bit under my breath.
We can help. We can help.
Roy, are you trying to keep it a secret? Your little chuckle?
No.
He storms up and meets your eyes with a snout and doesn't let out a threat or anything like that, but says, you would laugh at my demise. You would laugh.
I would laugh at any dragon who finds themselves captured.
I had no choice. This was not mine. It was trickery and hate.
We could help you.
Yeah, it's no desire of mine, but these three are right. We can't help you.
Yeah,
How
we're very helpful.
you can...
Who trapped you here?
Yeah.
She tricks and she
She?
hates, and they are all around. They no longer come here into my domain, but they have imprisoned me in my own lair. I cannot leave.
Are you bound by a spell?
No spell but threat of the land and of her and they, and combination, they all.
Does her have a name?
She...
Anything you've heard?
Let's see. That's just funny, so yeah.
Dragon.
They are the Stisha. It all binds me, and I have been here for far too long.
Do you know where we can find them?
They are everywhere and nowhere all around us. They are 8 parts, and 8 parts made of all that surrounds. They are here amongst us, behind you, and in front of you, and hiding, waiting to trick.
Can I do an insight check? Is
Yeah.
this dragon just paranoid, or are there really people around us? 14.
Seems like maybe this dragon has been here for a little bit,
Okay.
and something isn't quite right, but there could be things all around you, you know? The dragon that size hid in front of you moments ago. You know, you hid with, you know, something.
Sorinth, is it? I have a, these Stesia. They didn't live in like stone outcroppings on these big buildings, did they? Like over the cliff of this mountain? They imprison you down in here?
This mountain, this rock, it's only been here recently. The Stisha have bound me here for centuries, for...
Oh, okay. Because there's
Wait.
nobody up there anymore. So, like, you could just go up there and check it out. Sure that you could probably get out of here pretty easy.
But I'm sorry, this mountain has not been here. It's like somebody moved a mountain here? The Stishi moved a mountain?
That's a good point.
No, it fell from the sky. Years ago, decades, maybe centuries. I don't know the time is lost.
What did the lady look like that imprisoned you? Did she have like gray hair? Was she like kind of an elf?
They, all of them, they are all forms and no form. They are everywhere and nowhere. They haunt and torment and tease. They have no hair. They have no life until they need it and they want it.
Do a history check? Natural one! That sounds terrifying, and I've never heard of anything like that before.
Soren, is this fog your doing?
The fog keeps them at bay, yes.
Second question, are
Quick
you
follow-up.
Are
What?
you a trick? Are you a trick?
Am I a trick? Am I...
Because
She starts
the
like...
Indian I here don't understand your gigantic wingspan.
I have been tricked. This is... I am me, but not me. They've made me into them. He starts like rocking his head back and forth and trying to like get something off of his back that is not there.
I'm going to use. I can read thoughts.
Telepath?
It's telepath, but I've got it in my
Detect thoughts?
thoughts.
Yeah, you can detect thoughts.
I'm gonna do that.
If you wouldn't mind reminding me what detect thoughts does, you should be able to click on that feature, click detect thoughts specifically. Either one of you can help me out because I know Narnip has it accessible as well.
I think hers is a feat, though, and I think that one might be different from the spell.
I still.
She doesn't
I
have
do
phrase.
have the spell, so I have a slot for it. Yeah.
Hers does another thing as well as detect thoughts.
So it says, for the duration you can read the thoughts of a certain creature. You can cast a spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you see within 30 feet of you. The creature... If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't speak any language. The creature is unaffected. Okay, you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Either way, the target knows.
Uh-huh.
So I'm actually going to change my decision.
Cool.
Wait,
Can I try something real quick?
you go first.
Okay, because I know you got something real cool, but I got
Maybe.
something maybe really dumb, maybe super cool. Don't look at me like that. I'm gonna walk up and very slowly. I just want to touch Soren.
Make a...
One creature to another, very friendly, very slowly.
Oh, man, what are all
No
these options?
sudden movements. Just touch.
Make a...
Yeah. Make a friendship roll.
Yeah, I know. Roll for...
Roll for friends.
Roll for friend.
And
Be great, like ogre.
Yes.
I saw
all
somebody
you think of.
tweet that was like, what's his name? Mr. Shark? Camping Shark?
Oh,
In my way?
Yes.
Uh,
King Shark.
King Shark.
Somebody tweeted that, like, yeah, this is, anytime a Forever DM actually gets to play, this is the type of character that they make.
yes.
That's so true. Alright, so I'm gonna have you roll a.
Come on.
Have you roll? Okay, if you're. Whenever you roll a persuasion check or a performance check, whichever you roll persuasion check. That's all.
They're
You do.
both the same.
Cool.
So that
Perfect.
works out for
Good.
me.
That stops my dilemma.
11. Just over average. Not great.
50% of the time,
Not
or is it
bad.
every time?
Sorenth backs away and steps back for a moment, and you still approach with your hand out. And he lowers his head, and you see a gurgling acid start to form in his sinuses. You can like, it's like defensive, but like if you're about to fuck with him, you're
You're dead.
Like, yeah.
You're dead.
So, Marxus has sees this and kind of slightly pulls back a little bit, but then has like a quiet confidence, slow, methodical, not threatening in any way. Claws are retracted, as cats do.
Just reach out the beans.
And just kinda,
slow blink at him.
I do slow blink. Absolutely.
Kissy eyes, as we say.
Say, it's okay. We are not tricks. We are not here to trick you. And I have a gift to prove it. And I pull out the ivory queen chess piece.
Okay.
And I grab it like this. I say, they will rule over you no more. Anything we can do to help, we will. And I break the queen piece. I drop it. And then I try to get him right here, right under the chin, just like a little,
Scritches.
like we're all friends here.
You see like a small snort, and there's like a little acid that comes out, but it's not like at you, or it's just kind of getting away from you.
I still
for a
have the
moment.
acid on my gloves too, so
Okay.
maybe there's a connection there. Or something.
Roll another persuasion check and take the higher of whatever you just took, because that was like some cool moments.
That was cool.
Still an 11.
All right.
It would have been a 6.
Okay. He like rocks back and forth away from you, backing up, and goes, You would help me and free me?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do this? If this is a trick.
It's not a trick. If I may let you into my world a little bit, I've been under control before. I've been under the thumb. I've been in some type of proverbial chains. And I believe that those need to be broken. And those that lay the chain need to be broken as well. Do you not agree with this?
I want to be
Right.
free. I want to.
You want to break free. And I start singing my best Queen Freddie Mercury.
Roll a performance check.
Still the same.
Fuck. Say you go south real fast.
It's an 8.
But I hear when he starts singing, and I start singing along with him.
Alright.
Yes.
Roll a performance check.
That's double digits. That's at least better than anything I've rolled this entire day.
It's like a 26.
27.
So with the instrumental backup, he says, yeah, you will help. We will destroy the binds that binds us. We will defeat it, and they will suffer. We will be free.
Yeah, about that, Soren. Free.
Kata, super not now, buddy.
Free
Super
is
not now.
Free does not come for free.
Super not now, Kata.
We will free you. But at some point in the future, you will help us.
Also, what happened that they imprisoned you? Did you do anything?
Super not the time.
Oh, and I'm gonna
We
use
have a
message.
dragon on us.
I'm gonna message, which is like sends a whisper to. It's a cantrip, so I'm gonna like send it to everyone. Can I do that? Like
Takes a sec.
succession. And be like, what if he ate somebody and he's really dangerous and he's in here for a good reason? And
Can I
then-
speak back to you?
Yeah, and
Whisper?
then that.
You have telepathic. You don't have to whisper back. You could telepathically talk to anybody.
But that cantrip allows you guys to respond in a whisper that only I can hear.
Oh, only you can hear it. I would say back. I think he's under a spell.
What do you think?
I think he's cute and honestly harmless. I think he was just imprisoned down here by whoever dropped this mountain, which honestly, we didn't focus on that nearly enough. Get back to that.
I think he's a human that's turned into a dragon.
Ida, what do you think?
I think outside of Oki, all dragons are scum. And we should barter with him to make sure that we don't just do him a favor for free, because dragons are also manipulative. And he will take our good deeds and fuck us with them.
Oh.
But
It's very aggressive.
okay, I do. Yeah. Okay, we should just say that he needs to help us with these people. That if we help him, that he needs to be our friend.
When you say that he is, like, has to do something for you for free, for his freedom, he says, he kind of
He's a bit upset.
resorts back and starts thrashing about again and says, bargains is what got me here.
Oh no.
What bargain did you make?
They made a bargain with it and they went back. They tricked. They were manipulative. I fell. I was weak, desperate.
Sounds
Check it
like
out.
you know that pain.
Yeah.
You wouldn't wish it upon anyone else that's especially trying to help you. I think that's something we can all learn from and really take to heart. Even if we don't become friends here, and we don't help each other out, that's what I learned from this for sure.
I'll approve persuasion.
Well said, Marxus. Additionally,
12.
dragons are weak. And that's why Dragonborns are superior.
I'm gonna take
Kata!
I'm gonna take a patch off my coat that is a 10-foot pole, and I'm gonna slap the 10-foot pole in the back of his head with this. And I'm going to do a stunning strike with it.
After you... I'm not going to have you girls roll against each other right now. After you said what you did, he was probably not listening to Kata, because he went and started, like, thrashing and, like, twitching and stepping back again. And, says, if you find them, you seek her out, I will arrive and we will destroy her. We will destroy the ties that bind, and I will be free.
Yeah.
Where might she be?
She is everywhere. She is all. She is nothing. She is the 8 and 1 and 1 and 8 and all.
Where was last time you saw her?
Outside the fog keeps them out.
What direction through the fog did you last see her? And maybe if you
Ooh.
clear a little path.
Ooh,
what
do
do that?
do you have anything?
Do you?
Do you have
Good
anything
hooks.
that belong? No, they're not hoops.
I mean, we kind of made our way down the mountain pretty quick.
Do
It's still
you?
pretty within that hour.
Do you have anything that belonged to them or to her?
That we can use to help find.
She has few possessions. They have no possession in it. It has all possessions. It is everywhere and all around us right now.
This is a riddle.
Is it Mother Earth that you're mad at? All right.
Hey,
Oh, that'd be
8
fucking.
1.
why don't you clear out the
Thanks, by
fog
the way.
so that she will reveal herself? Unless you're scared.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh,
Oh God.
7.
hungry.
It's a 7.
As you say that, you feel the fog start to lift. And it's like the air becomes less humid, but like hotter. And you can feel the sun actually beating down on you at this time. Where before you had this weird mix of overcast and dusk and dawn, you have the beating of the sun, and it feels like Louisiana swamp bayou, like humidity, and you can see around you now. You can see up to however you normally see, and there are these massive rooted trees that are sticking out of the ground, the boggy areas and marshy areas around.
I'm gonna take the cauldron out and try and look in the cauldron using the information straight.
So you're trying to scry on a what? On what?
I am trying to scry on 1881. I don't know. No, I'm gonna put the cauldron back.
What if Soren tried to scry?
I don't think because
Yeah.
it wasn't. Didn't we determine last time that unless
Yeah.
they like attune to it, they can't use it?
Yeah, so two things. A, I wanted you all to have like a moment into your backstory. So the cauldron was unlocked at that time. But originally you have to be attuned to the item in order to use it properly. So with that in mind, no matter how many vats of liquid he wants to pull out of it, it's never going to work for him. It'll only work for you because you are attuned to it.
8.
Is it that like hunger creature from the Emergence?
They are
That cause,
1 and
like,
8,
famine?
8 and 1. It is everywhere, and they are around us. And she is nowhere, I think I said.
Spiders? Or ants?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
So bad.
I don't know what you would Google. I'm making
One
it
more
all
time.
up.
One more time.
I think
1 and
if
8.
you get to a
8 and
certain
1.
point.
They are everywhere. They are nowhere,
She is
and she is nowhere.
She's nowhere.
Do we go towards that fire that we saw early yesterday?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they are?
We saw some smoke down yonder. in the opposite direction of where we are now.
Wait, but we would have to climb the mountain to get
Can
over
we
there.
go around it?
I don't know. Can we?
Well, now
Probably
fog
could.
is lifted. We can probably see.
It would probably take a little bit longer, but it would probably be significantly safer than trying to scale a cityscape on its side.
And while we're around, maybe we just check out the area and make sure that there's nothing and everything and 1 and 8 and this riddle. Yeah. Do you want to go with us?
Can I roll a history check
Sure.
on the
On what?
um
It has to be something you know about.
well, as an acolyte in the Temple of Cord?
Okay.
May have heard some rumors.
Also not an
Yeah,
acolyte in the Temple of
no.
Court.
Not
Or-
Gronk anymore.
No,
That was a past character.
Ooh, a deja vu there.
a
Timelines crossing.
the like the Titans. A it's like I wrote down Stisha. It was like it sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Can I go back through like my training as a Temple Living Iba and like is there anything that would be like familiarizing myself with the Titans?
Roll a. Roll a d20 and just tell me what the answer is.
7.
Based off of that roll, tell me how much you read about the Titans in your time as a monk. But based off of a 7 of 20.
I read only about 35% as a 20 would have. So that would mean I like read all the books, but like you know how like when you read things and like your mind wanders and then you like snap back and you're like, oh, I read this paragraph like
Yeah.
5 times now and I kind of understand what it says, but I understand the first sentence and the last sentence only. And so what I remember of
So
the
how you and I
Titans
read.
is that there were,
However you did. Oh, God.
there were not 8 Titans, but one of them had said something about 8 and us and like kind of like the Three Musketeers, all for one, one for all, but like in like a sinister kind of way. Well, I guess the enemies of the Three Musketeers would have taken that as pretty sinister, I suppose. And there was a like Stisha, I don't remember the spelling on it, is something that was like had to do with the Titan and 8 and us, and that's all that like Marxist would remember on a 7 out of 20.
I think I don't know. I don't want to give you anything more on a 7 out of 20. I'll be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
but if you can I don't know.
Hey, Soren, you don't have any siblings, do you?
I have a clutch of 6. I was 1. They were 5. This was long ago, centuries ago. Why?
Just curious.
So, which way do you think would be the best bet for us to try and find?
Well, without the fog, They will be aware of us in moments. And
Wait, did
So we should just stay right here.
did anyone
So
notice
there-
like a library or anything in that ruined city as we were coming through?
Mm-mm.
Any books or anything? Maybe even like a temple of some sort?
Oh,
Any
you're
type
just
of
gonna
history,
go. You're just
anything?
gonna go read a book right now as this
Listen, I'm
sinister
telling you,
thing
there's
is
some-
coming.
there's
I think
something
we
in
all-
Very
like,
Doctor Who.
There's something in here that might really help us out. Like I think that like we
No,
might.
there wasn't any libraries or temples.
Weren't they like smart people? How did they just remembered everything?
I
guess
just saw
that's the
houses and
mark of a pretty
casinos,
smart
so
person.
As you were hit the ground, there was a significantly larger building that was half caved in from the earth. That was like a large building, and then you guys hit the fog, and you were like, let's rope up and go. So there was a significantly larger building there.
shall we go back and look?
You guys hold on here. I'm gonna run back and check that out real quick because I'm real fast and I'm just gonna.
Cool.
and
Roll
I'm
stealth check.
even Gonna like. Oh no.
Oh. And we're going to
Please,
stay
let me
right
get a
here because
double-digit
obviously
roll.
these guys are just going to come to us.
Okay. Finally. A 21.
Cool.
Nice.
You decide to leave the group, and you bolt back. Probably, it's not far, probably a few hundred feet. As you guys are kind of in the shadow of this, it is now. Does the sun go east to west
Yep.
Yeah.
normally? Yeah. Cool.
Sound.
Maine,
So-
California.
As the fog cleared, the sun was at like 4 o'clock. And the sun is shining on the wall that would be the cityscape. And you were running to the sun at your back as everybody else is kind of hanging out to the west of you. You run a few hundred feet and make it to the base of it. I just wanted it so like that you weren't in the shadow of the
Sure.
giant mountain. And there is indeed what seems to be a city hall of some sort, a centralized area of the commerce or of the whatever district this held.
I'm gonna look for anything related to history, Titans, religion, specifically focusing on Titan history. Or,
Technology.
like not really tech, more of just like information.
I said Titanology. It's a bad
Titan.
joke. Cool.
Amok.
All right, so make it either history or investigation check.
Well, they're both +0, so 13.
13. You as you're looking through and trying to find anything on the Titans, you are having trouble to find what you want to look for. But you do find you do find paperwork regarding the De Grey name.
Okay.
You find notions referring to a facility and experimentation of Titan artifacts. And then you find experimentation on an alchemical level.
Okay.
And it's referring to a facility outside of De Grey.
What does it have an address or like a direction of travel? Like
It says
Remember
Right.
this came from the
it
sky,
says
right?
outside of De Grey.
okay.
And you know where De Grey is,
Yep.
but this part came from the sky. This rock, this land mass.
Okay.
None of you were alive during the emergence?
I think I was a baby or was born shortly after.
It's a bit big.
That's a bit bad.
I'll give you guys 50 years. You guys could have been. but it's cool that you're.
Yeah, the
You're all
emergence
kids.
was only like
Yes.
53 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not long ago, but cool. That is what you find. So, do you return to the group, or do you continue investigating? Or?
I'm going to continue investigating, looking for anything on Steesha, Steesha, specifically.
Yeah. Roll an investigation check.
6.
You do not find anything on the station.
Anything on 8.
The number 8
Yep.
happens every once in a while, but as does not any more frequently than any other.
About 10% of the time, 1
Yep.
through 10. Crap. Alright. I'm gonna grab whatever information on these experimentations outside of DeGray that I can grab, anything that looks like relatively official, and head back to the group while still like just racking my brain on why didn't I pay attention more? Why would I only pay attention to alcohol?
As you leave the city hall and head back towards the path, on the path that you guys took, you see a small mound of moss and decaying vegetation with 2 long, stringy, gaunt hands placed on either side of it, facing away from you.
Okay.
And it's crouched down, heading or looking down the path that you're headed to.
I'm going to take my fucking cool ass weapon, and I'm going to.
Your giant metal bar.
Well, no, this is a weapon that Bob had fashioned.
Oh
Or
yeah,
that
that's right. I
David
forgot
had
he. I
fashioned.
forgot he. Yeah. Good on you. Good on you.
Nice.
That is
Get
a
it.
1d8 plus 2 crits on 19 and 20. What up? And I'm going to quietly and stealthily sprint up from behind.
Roll a stealth check.
Using a step of the wind so I can do it from like double far away and then jump on him.
Hell yes.
Oh no.
It's a smooth 8.
As you approach, stealthily, dashing,
I wanna,
you're
like-
relatively quiet.
Okay. But not.
The thing doesn't move at all, with the exception that its head turns 180 degrees around.
I'm going to attack right into it and use it as a springboard.
Stares at you, and you
No.
see hollowed out face of mud as you spear into it, and the mud flops down to the ground, breaking apart in
Oh.
the earth matter, not dissimilar to what you experienced before.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I'm gonna pole vault with it and just kind of continue on my way.
Cool.
Clutching those, have those papers in my like here somewhere.
You can have a satchel or a backpack or a man purse.
Sure.
It's a satchel.
It's a European shoulder bag.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep going. I am gonna like stare back at it one more time and make sure there's not a bunch of bullywugs that appear all around us. Like the last time I hit one of these mud things and it
Yeah.
just dissipated. And then I'm gonna make my way back up to the group as quickly as I can.
What is everyone's passive perception?
17.
Cool.
Passive
14.
is,
14.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Fuck. 17, 17, 14.
14.
14.
2 14s, 2 17.
I have to kill one of you guys.
Sneaker. Can't sneak her. Sneak
What?
at me.
Just kidding. Darn, yours is 18.
Oh, it says 17 on this.
You leveled up since then.
18.
18. So, you, after some time, you see Marxus come back down the trail that you guys were at, and since then, the dragon has stepped away and like gone into the woods to hide. Said he'd see you guys when you find them, and he'll be there.
Soren.
So, as he approaches down the path, what are you guys doing?
Suit.
Marxus?
It's Marxist.
Marxus, yes, sorry.
I'm
Coming back from
just
the...
waiting for him.
Do you do anything as you approach?
I'm gonna put my back and take out the papers and go through them again, and just like catch up on everything that was on there because there was a thing that happened on the way back, and I take out the papers and I say, "Hey, I found these, some type of mystery facility where they were doing some experimentations on Titan tech in like alchemy and stuff. Also, totally killed one of those like mud golem things again. Don't look too much into that, but we might have some answers at this facility. It could be super dangerous. It could be a base. It could be all sorts of things. I'm surprisingly not winded after all of this. And this, who's the best at reading tech things? You read. What do you think of this?
Right? Maybe? Would I be the best at tech things?
Yeah, you have
Probably not.
you get a double bump for shitty
Yeah.
bonus.
Okay, I was gonna ask, is this like considered advice or device or object? Okay.
Give
For
it to you.
for history? Because it says for history checks.
Sure.
Okay. 10.
Y'all gotta bathe your dice in the moonlight of a full moon.
Dude,
Um,
fucking tell me about
you guys have rolled. It's because you're using your can't even remember your other characters.
Are you dropping subtle hints to the riddle here? Because there are 8 moon faces.
No, but
Oh,
that's cool.
it's the moon that we're
But also,
fighting.
they're everywhere,
I mean, a mountain
Moon
fell out
is
of the sky.
and she is nowhere.
That crazy.
She's nowhere.
They are everywhere.
Well, they are all around. It is everywhere.
So it's those golem things, maybe?
They like
Yeah, but
formed
it's like
together
it's
to
gotta
like
be like some
Voltron.
type of.
Voltron Titan.
But like with my 10, did I gain any new information?
She is nowhere.
You would Narnip have known anything about any experimentation, like Tyrion Titan experimentation?
Yes, because during her work with the Silent Knights, she had to go to various political figures' offices and plant things, or get things, or take care of people, and she probably, in passing, heard things or like saw notes about those things.
Cool. You
I
would
didn't tell
know.
you guys that. You guys don't know that.
Oh.
You would know that there is a facility outside of DeGray that has some infamous prestige to it. Kind of a maligned agenda. And monies have passed hands to individuals specifically so that certain projects can go through, certain projects can go unnoticed, this entire facility can go unnoticed. You're aware of it. You've heard of it, you know where it's at. You've never been.
I know where this is. I have not been. I can get us there though. It's shady, so we're gonna need to be really stealthy and ready to fight.
Do we leave this area? Do you think that those things are gonna come and get our new friend?
No, he's just gonna go hide in the fog. Where'd he go, by the way?
He went in the woods because there is no fog.
You're right. I can see so clearly now. The rain is coming.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
You're still in like marshy swamp. She said woods. I just want to make sure it's not like it's like
It's like a
yuck.
bayou.
Yeah.
Trees.
I want
Yes.
to clarify. It has nothing to do with you. It's like the salamander lizard thing.
Hey,
You
if
said
I'm
they
doing
were
a history
salamanders.
Radiant staff.
What's up,
check-
Kata?
if I'm doing a history check, can I remember how many different old types of, or how many tails Tiamat has?
Two.
Just two?
Yep.
The two twisted tails. Ooh, I love.
Because it's her tail and Bahamut's tail.
I couldn't remember.
I think he has something to do with Titans, guys.
He dropped his tail so that he could gain favor in courting Arathis, the goddess of
Yeah.
civilization.
I couldn't remember if we had said that was the like colloquial name, like the two-tailed dragon, and in reality she had a tail for every color. Or
She has
if we
she has
went-
5 heads. She has a 5 heads for every color of chromatic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a 5-headed dragon with 2 tails.
Whew.
So not 8-tailed dragon.
With
Got it.
yeah.
Telling you guys, I'm not a great reader. I don't remember things well, but I think it has something to do with the Titan. Stisha, the name for some reason stands out. I don't know why. I really wish I would have paid attention more. But like I'm feeling
No,
pretty confident that I don't know enough about it, but it's something similar to that in some respect. That's all I know.
Well, if this facility was doing experimentation on like Titan artifacts, then that
could have
would
been
make
a Titan
sense.
and maybe he
Yeah.
was like one that was part of that experiment.
So we should. It's like it's probably gonna be pretty sketchy though.
Yeah.
So I just want to like everybody to be prepared going in there.
Okay. We're gonna go to the facility?
How far is it?
As you are all having this conversation, Hada and Narnit notice there seems to be movement around you on the tree line surrounding the enclosure, the opening and enclosure that you guys are at.
So not to panic anybody, but there's something moving in the trees.
I grab my spear ish thing.
As you look over, you see a gaunt figure with a matted vegetation of leaves, moss, and seaweed leaning up against a tree that is frozen in place. Kata, you see a gaunt figure crawling on the ground towards you, not moving in place.
So if we look away, do they start moving?
No, it's not that easy.
What do you mean? Not everyone would get that.
I know, but you would.
What do you see?
Do you not see it? They're right. Those figures.
Oh, now that you're pointing them out to me, yeah, I sure do.
As they approach, or as you look around,
Yeah.
none of them are moving. What's up?
How many are there? Just the two?
Make a perception check.
8. 8's great.
Huh?
10?
10? No, there's not 10. There are 8.
8. Oh.
Is there one that looks like they have a spear mark through them?
No, all of them look whole.
But none of them have holes. They all look. Gotcha. Okay.
Do they?
Do they appear dangerous?
Come
or
one?
threatening?
There seem to be some that are crawling towards you. There's some that are like hiding behind a tree. There are some that are like just like crouched in that like kind of like Spider-Man stance where like their knees are up high above their
Like
head.
the one we saw.
Yeah. They have this very gaunt kind of movement and figure about them, but you've never really seen any of them move. And the moment you do catch them,
Except for the
they seem
clairvoyance.
to not move at all. And there's
I'm gonna cast. See if I can cast. I'm gonna cast clairvoyance,
sure.
my orb, and on sight, and just send it out in the middle, and just kind of look around at all of them.
As you go around from one to one, none of them react to your presence.
Walk up to the closest one.
Sure.
You are?
Okay. Yeah. Does it do anything?
Nope.
Can I pick it up?
You trying to lift it up?
Yep.
Like, okay, so you go to pick up the being, and you get underneath it, and it's just hunks of mud that you lift up. They're no longer whole. They're just sculptures.
All right. I wonder if they're like spies for something else, because I don't think they're gonna hurt us. So I think we should just maybe keep on moving and try and like hide and like make our way towards our destination, like quiet, like kind of off the grid.
Sis, what do you think about that?
Huh?
Marxist, what do you think about that?
Well, I totally destroyed one just a few minutes ago. It was a really cool move. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like, it was pretty cool. And so, if they're spies, shouldn't we just destroy them?
But if you killed one of them earlier, and there's still 8 that are here,
Yeah. It went down real easy though.
it's
Went almost a
probably
little
not
too
dead.
easy.
It's probably one of the ones that are over here.
How far away am I from? I guess they were closing in.
20 feet.
I'm gonna take a dart off of my thing and I'm gonna throw it at the closest one.
Cool. Sticks right in the mud.
No reaction from it at all.
No.
I'm gonna go up to it and I'm gonna pull my dart out of it,
Cool.
and then I'm going to take the bottom of my quarterstaff and knock its head off.
Cool. You go. Take the
I
bottom.
don't like it when you're like,
Cool.
go.
Knock its head clean off.
Yep.
It kind of shuffles as there's no substance to its body, and the mud kind of cakes and falls to the ground.
Well, that's 2.
What if 8 and 8? What? So I feel like there's something that is controlling these things.
Yeah, me.
Something else.
I'm gonna go up to another one and knock its head off.
No
I'm gonna
problem.
help them knock heads off these things. We'll start
Cool.
axing heads.
So you start axing heads and knocking their heads off. No problem. There's just mud.
Can I
So-
take some of the mud in my hands? Can I just feel it a little bit? Does it feel weird or is it like normal? It's mud.
Feels like normal mud.
What does it taste?
I don't know. I haven't tasted it.
Yeah, well,
I taste it.
Tastes like mud.
A little gritty.
Is it an alchemical object? The mud.
Make an investigation check. With advantage because it's alchemical. Well, it's not, but spoiler alert.
8.
It just seems like mud. Somebody make an Arcana check.
Somebody. I
see.
mean,
Okay, well, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Day. Yes. Excellent.
So you have this image in your head. You kind of think about things for a second. You're like, it's not like magic in the sense that a wizard would know. This isn't magic in the sense that a bard would know how to wield, but there are tales of things you've heard in the past of creatures that can be more than one thing, that can be one thing and that can like change its life force in from one to another. These songs often relate in like life and death in some way, as like a sense of reincarnation. But if someone were to be able to harness that reincarnation and move their life force willingly through different beings, no, that's like the unheard of power. That would be Titan-esque.
It would be Titan-esque.
To be able to
How-
do the unheard of.
Okay, so all Titans.
Not all Titans were like super large. They weren't Titan in terms of stature always, but they could have been Titan in terms of power, in terms of intellect, in terms of trickery or charisma or manipulation.
Can I do a history check, or like maybe it was just like so recently that like was there anything in those papers about or any of the information at the city hall esque location that had anything to do with like the alchemical like transfer of energy between beings?
Roll a history check.
It's like being enlightened.
It's a fucking great roll, man. It's a 5.
You don't, but you do recall that the building you found was inscripted on it sideways was the word Finis.
Fitness?
Finis. Finnas.
Ooh. That's that's trying to remember if that's a location or a
Tell a group this?
yeah, Finis.
Cool.
Finis was in the building there.
Narnip, a good chunk of your pre-story took place on Finis, one of the floating isles. You derived that maybe this chunk of land didn't make it all the way. It fell from the sky.
Of natural causes.
A mountain fell from the sky of natural causes.
So
Finis. Yeah, why does that sound familiar to you?
I just spent some time there.
Where is it?
It is the floating island above the Gray, which we like. Is that kind of like the consensus that we came to after you came back from the library?
Yeah. I didn't know that you were like all familiar with Finis.
You don't know a lot of things about me.
That's true. You are an enigma wrapped inside of a mystery, inside of a little ravioli paper. And we'll peel that layer back another time. But anything on Finis has to do with these creatures, this transfer of energy between beings, these.
No,
What
but like
is
there
going-
probably is stuff to do with that in that location that's outside of DeGray where they were doing this
So we're going?
experimentation. That's what I've been trying to corral you all towards for the
with a
past
lot
10
of gusto, sure.
Is dragon be
Um,
safe though?
You guys were knocking heads off these mud creatures.
Kata, you see
You blame
that there
us?
are 8 more of these creatures that have been created and are openly stepping towards you now. You can see them moving.
I'm gonna walk towards them and say, "Show us your master. We demand to speak with them."
They all respond in unison. Why has Sorinth dropped her fog? Where is she? Has she fled? But imagine like
That's not at all what I said to you. Let me repeat that. Because you couldn't hear with your 16 ear.
Uh-oh. Bob froze.
epic moment.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Say it
repeat.
again.
Repeat, you froze for the
Oh.
last 13 seconds.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that's not all I. So, I'll say this again. So, the 8 of you with your 16 ears can hear me clearly. Who is your master?
And take us to her.
We demand.
You froze again, but
We
like
demand
just
to
tell
see
us
her,
what you
yeah.
said right away. Don't like give it the lead up. Just to say it.
Yeah, just go.
Say right now.
Ask your
Right.
go. Hurry.
I just repeat my. I mock them and repeat my question.
Okay. They say in unison, we are 8 of 1, and 1 of 8. We have no master. We are... And then they all stop speaking, and you see a loss of life enter their face. You see vacancy where there was before life. You see these creatures that you've been knocking around in the mud. And out of the swamp, you see one larger, gaunt figure stretched out with what looks like could be like hair of matted seaweed and muck and gross. And she ends the sentence with me.
Yeah, Stacy.
And that's where we're going to pick up next. So yeah,
Man,
welcome back.
man.
Yeah?
I really wish I would have rolled more than a 7 out of 20 on that.
Me
one.
too, man.
But
Me
you
too.
can only do what the dice tells you to do.
Lama Shaga.
Did we have a winner for the
There. I don't know if it's.
I know
the
we had a
Thunderstorm or
lot
what,
of-
but like I'm running bare bones on everything on the computer here, and it's still just
so we're dropping in
Dropping.
a lot.
continual
So
frames.
what we will
everywhere.
do is we never received anything in. Okay. What
Negative.
we will do, because we had so many technical issues, we're going to be fixing that this week. We will be releasing this on YouTube as the recording, right? Because we all had
Yeah.
all that, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So again, we apologize for the inconvenience. If you tried to get in on the
Live stream.
live stream and tried to get in on the giveaway, we apologize. We had some weird technical issues going on. So that said, we will do this again next week.
Yeah.
Done with that.
Try it again next week. And if you did happen to enter and did not gain entrance, shoot
Yeah.
us a DM and
Yeah.
we will give you twice the entries next week or something like that. We'll figure something out. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. So thank you very much for watching. Please check us out on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is going to be our hangover. It's going to be a breakdown of this episode. And then we will be probably posting this one to YouTube as soon as possible when we can. Alternatively, we will be here Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Does that work, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. Works for me.
Cool. 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be back in studio live, and hopefully all of our kinks will be worked out. But let's be real, we're just having a good time playing a game. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
thanks very much for watching. We will catch you soon. Until then, it's really
Keep rolling your dice.
yeah. The Velociraptor was an average of 6 to 7 feet, but the Utah
6 to
Raptor,
7 feet.
Lindsay, the Utah Raptor was recorded at 9 feet. You're such a butt. Just end it.
Keep me rolling, rolling, rolling.